Have you ever thought about buying a house, but you just weren't sure quite where to start? Or maybe you heard some horror stories from family members and friends and you got a little scared, you just didn't know what could possibly go wrong. Well, by the end of this video, you're gonna have all of the tips that you need to feel confident about the home buying process. And for the best home financing advice and information, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you're notified every time I post a new video every week. I'm Jennifer Butcher with the Butcher team, and my husband and I have been in the mortgage business over 18 years. It has been our absolute passion to educate hundreds of people on the home buying process. Tip number 1, start with your own budget. So we base all of our loan approvals off of gross income, which isn't really reality because that's not what you take home. So we oftentimes can approve you to buy more than you want to or should purchase. So I want you to start with your budget, and it's really easy to do. Take out a piece of paper and at the very top, list out your net income. So look at a paycheck or look at your bank account and see what goes in as your net deposit from your paycheck for your total monthly income. That's your starting point. Now we get to start to subtract. So now you want to subtract out all of your monthly bills so that we can see where your expenses are going already. Don't forget fun, food, and some savings. When you subtract all of that out, now we have a comfortable amount that you have left at the end of the month that you could use towards a total monthly payment. I'm going to give you a bonus tip here now too. It's a really good idea when you're purchasing a house to set aside at least 1% of what the purchase price of the home is. Set it aside for kind of annual maintenance stuff. So if you're buying a $200,000 house, for example, set aside $2,000 or kind of budget that in mind just for kind of continued maintenance or stuff that comes up on the house. Tip number 2, meet with your lender or talk to your lender, and preferably somebody that you can meet with in person, not just somebody online or someone in a different state, because every state has different guidelines. Preferably you want to work with a local lender so that you can get a hold of them when needed and they know all of the specific state guidelines. So talk to your lender, fill out the application, go through the actual approval process so that you can know your price point before you go shopping for a house. The last thing that you want to do is have certain expectations up here and then have to drop them down here because you can't quite get approved for where you had been looking. So you don't want to set yourself up for disappointment. Talk to your lender first, get your pre-approval and your price point, and then the fun can begin. Tip number 3, ask your lender for a referral to a great agent, a great real estate agent. There are a lot of real estate agents out there. You want to work with a great agent. Why? Because they're the person responsible for helping you find what is probably going to be the biggest purchase of your life. So you don't want to necessarily want to use Aunt Sue, who does real estate on the side for some extra cash. You want an agent that knows what they're doing is going to go to work for you to find that dream home you're looking for. Tip number 4, think really hard about location, location, location. Most of us have an idea of where we want to live, but really think hard about what you need in the area. So do you want to be close to family? Maybe you have kids and you want to be in a specific school district. Maybe you don't have kids yet, but they're a glimmer down the road sometime. So you want to think about that school district because you may be in that house when your kids go to school. Are there, first of all, what does your commute to work look like? That is a big one that people don't always necessarily think about, or they think, it's not that big of a deal or that far until you have to drive it every day. So think about the commute to work and also the places that you go on a regular basis. So is there a gym that you work out at? Are there specific stores that you visit regularly? Target, the grocery store? What kind of grocery store do you prefer? Where are the things that you go to on a regular basis? And make sure you're really thinking hard about location. So comment below and tell me the place that you have to be close to. So I am a gym rat. I admit I have to be within a 15-minute commute to my Lifetime Fitness, or I'm just not gonna go. So where would you need to be close to buy a house in order to get to that place on a regular basis? Let me know in the comments below. Now, tip number 5, I want you to daydream a little bit and imagine your perfect house. It probably doesn't exist, but we can get you close. So imagine that perfect house and make a list of the things that you absolutely need. So the top ones are gonna be number of bedrooms that you have to have. Don't forget possible visitors with the guest bedroom, but number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms. What type of layout do you like? Do you prefer a really open floor plan? Do you want a lower level because you have kids and you want kind of a space they can go and be noisy and not distract you? Do you need a home office? So make a list of the things that you absolutely need in the house, because having that ready not only for yourself but your real estate agent can save you a lot of time looking at homes that don't quite fit the bill. All right, tip number 6, accept the fact that the home is not, or the home that you buy, it's probably going to need some repairs and or updates unless you're buying brand new construction. So I think a lot of people go into it thinking they're gonna find that perfect house, but everybody's tastes are different. And the home that you're buying has been lived in by somebody else, and what are the chances that their taste is the same as your taste? So just accept that there's gonna be things that you don't love about it. However, if it's cosmetic and everything else fits that needs list that you created, then part of the fun of owning a house is making it your own, right? So try really hard going into it with the mindset that don't pay attention necessarily to the carpet and the paint color or the decor, because that's the fun of owning it. You get to make it your own after you live there. And finally, tip number 7, trust the professionals. You're gonna have a great lender and a great real estate agent on your side. And the minute that you tell family members or friends that you're looking at purchasing a house, everybody's gonna have a few things to say about it or wanna put in their 2 cents. So, and that's okay, right? That's what our friends are for. But just make sure that you trust the professionals when it comes to the details of financing and other specifics regarding the real estate, because they're the ones that are truly looking out for your best interest. They know your situation, so trust the professionals. Now that you have some tips that a lot of first-time homebuyers don't think about, hopefully you're feeling more confident about the process of buying a house. But what exactly would be the next step? Don't worry, I've created a guide that walks you through the entire process. You can click the link below. You can also check out these other videos to learn more about that next step if you are ready to start the home buying process. If you liked this video, please click the like button, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.